Well, everybody is in an unusual position right now, but you having been with the previous staff and you're still here, and has it been difficult? Just how have you dealt with it?
Yeah, I think when you go through that, it's difficult, and we're all part of what happened, so it's difficult seeing, families go through those type of things. But at the same time, you have an opportunity to keep working for these players, and that's how I've looked at it. Is it's an opportunity to work for Coach Cadillac and spread his message and work for the players. Same thing we talked about the players. I mean, you can choose to point fingers, you can choose to split, but if you want to be successful, you got to come together and be a team and fight.
Brian?
Yes, Coach Schmedding, Brian Matthews, AuburnSports.com.
Mm-hmm.
Cadillac mentioned that his message to the coordinators was pretty simple. He just said, simplify things. What
Sure.
did that mean to you, and how has that changed your defense over the last 3 weeks?
Schematically, it didn't change as much as may have seen, but it's really, I think, settling into what we know we do well. What we know we do well. Kind of a refocus on who instead of what, right? Who's going to do those things within the scheme and things like that. And to be honest, it's been a blessing to see those guys come together, and really just the effort and the fight that they've had. It's been enjoyable to watch, man. These situations, unfortunately, I haven't been in many of these, but in these situations, it can certainly go the other way. But I think everybody's rallied around Coach Williams and his message of serve, discipline, and believe, and just fight, just keep fighting. And that's really what we ask of anybody. You can quit or you can fight, and they've chose to fight.
Jason?
Jeff, starting with that Mississippi State game, like a more concerted effort to roll more guys on defense. Was that something that you guys went and said, look, this is something we need to do to help out that message and the defense move forward?
Yeah, I think you want to do that as much as you can, some out of necessity, and some to just keep guys fresh as well. It's easier said than done in certain situations and certain positions, but I think we've been able to do it a little bit independently, so it's not wholesale. I think that's important to make sure that if you're subbing in a specific position, that maybe the guys around them have more experience.
Nathan?
Jeff, what can you say about the job Zach and the defensive backs have done in the past few weeks? You guys have had a couple injuries at safety, and they've locked down some teams that like to throw the ball around.
No question. I think it's incredible. I think those guys have stepped up. You've seen multiple guys play multiple positions, and really, to your point, we haven't been playing teams that don't throw the ball. I mean, we've seen that ball in the air quite a bit, and to see the growth and guys helping each other out too. I mean, that's what it's going to be, down the road. I think the best is yet to come for Auburn, but I think it's those guys that do have experience sharing it with the other guys and really studying. But Coach Etheridge has done a great job with those guys and really putting them in position to make plays.
Mark on the right.
Yeah, Jeff, the last two and a half, 3 games, the tackling seems to be really good. Have you got any explanation for that? Is it something you've been putting more emphasis on, or what's the deal?
I'll be 100% honest. We emphasize it every day of our lives, and when it doesn't show up, obviously it's disappointing. But I think when guys can see the consistency of why you miss a tackle, and there's a lot of reasons. It's not as simple as one thing. There's a lot of space out there. There's a lot of speed out there, and I think just hammering it over and over, and then getting some confidence in doing it. I think, a lot of times, I don't want to call it momentum, but guys start tackling well like that, and now they see what we're talking about. I mean, if you're through the legs, the ball carrier can't run without his legs. When we miss tackles, we're up high. I mean, that's not the only reason, but it's pretty cut and dry. A lot of times when you watch missed tackles, there's a few different reasons, but that's certainly one of them. And I think we're doing a better job of what we call killing the motors and getting through the legs, and that makes all the difference. It doesn't have to be a highlight tackle. I prefer the guy on the ground.
Noah?
What have you seen from Bryce Young this year, and what did you learn about him from the game last year?
I learned he's pretty good. I think he's doing a great job. I don't, whatever the stats may be and all those things, you know, he is certainly the guy on that team, and he's cool, calm, collected, and is able to extend plays. He knows where to go with the ball. I mean, he's a pro. So, you know, I can't say that there's a major difference in what I saw last year and this year. I think some of that gets overhyped. I think he's a hell of a competitor, and we are going to be preparing for him starting today.
Jason?
Yeah, we talked about some of the changes. Jalen at safety,
Mhm.
how much has he brought to the defense, especially in terms of his coverage skills and ball skills back there?
I think there's no question. I think he's done a great job, and you know, was kind of recognized by our defense Friday night before the game, because you know, he's had to play a lot of different spots. You know, saying safety, I mean, there's a lot of different spots at the safety position, whether you're into the boundary to the field, rolling down on number two. He's been all over the place, and you know, he's accepted the challenge, and you know, he's a good athlete, brings good athleticism to the position, but he also has some true instincts at that position, and that was recognized, you know, way back, and you know, Coach Etheridge talked about that, but you know, circumstances are what they are, and sometimes the opportunity presents itself, and you either step up or you don't, and he has. So we're really proud of him.
Anything else?
Well, I have a question. How good was it to see Hayden Bryce on his senior day, having to play a game?
It was
Like a
awesome.
sack.
It was awesome, and it was a closeout. You know, we were just talking that as a defensive staff, man. That was fun to see, man. You know, he's a guy that, you know, a lot of these guys that you don't hear about a lot, man, they put in a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort and commitment to the program, and to watch him go out there and take advantage of, you know, whether we always say whether you get one snap or you get 60, man, maximize your opportunities, and you guys all saw it right there. He maximized that opportunity. It was awesome to see.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.